First and foremost, VDM is a youth and has a large following. That is where I'm very concerned. He has a large following. VDM did not get his following by indulging in political matters. VDM, that video is a classical example of misdirection. It's a classical example of bestriding or clinging to both sides of the world. He has to present that narrative to suggest he's with the youth and also pretend he is against the ills of Nigeria, but then squeeze his objective in this mix, in these ingredients, in this recipe, to convince people like Ikechukwu Uba that he has a point. He has no point. As a matter of fact, I am very, very disappointed.
Very dark man. For some of us when they worship you online, before you join APC, I beg tell us, who should be Seyi Tinubu will make a good governor for Lagos State? And you will even campaign for him. Oga, I beg, no triumph. Don't disappoint right here. Like, bro, I had a personal encounter with Seyi Tinubu, right? If you eventually come out to 2027, I have a video I'll make available and post.
How much Seyi Tinubu, how much him pay you? When we say he go make you they talk all those things. You will be say we they look up to.
Academically is qualified. Okay. Experience is qualified. You know, the constitution of this country specify that if you want to be a governor of a state, there must age that you must have attained 35 years. By age wisely is qualified. All constitutional requirement, he has it. Okay. So it's qualified to be the governor of Lagos State.
Welcome back to Local Journal, my people. When I know say lately, rumor they go on say Seyi Tinubu now go be the next governor of Lagos State. And onto this matter like this, so many Nigerians don't come out the para. And the one where get people attention now, waiting very dark man talk. Him talk say he go support Seyi Tinubu if him talk say he won't contest. Say he go throw all in whole support for the guy. Onto say Seyi Tinubu now they bridge to waiting he won't achieve for inside the future. I don't know waiting very dark man won't achieve for inside future when him talk say Seyi Tinubu na go with the bridge to make her achieve that thing. However, on top this thing when he talk, plenty Nigerians don't come out, they blast him, they tell him plenty things. Onto this thing when he talk, then blast him and then lambast him. Onto say they talk, say in don't they go partisan. Say if na politics in won't join, I be if in the work for APC, make it talk within they in mind. Normally, Seyi Tinubu they qualify to run for any position where he won't run for inside this country. But waiting then they look for inside this country again. They won't enslave Nigerians, I be they won't enslave Lagosians. If na affluence and power, if na money, everything they don't get already. Waiting Seyi Tinubu want again when we say he won't be governor before if he achieve them. Anything where money fee buy, this if we buy them already. So waiting they want. I know say no be crime na be for Seyi to contest, and na constitutional right for him to contest if he so deserve. But the thing where they be say Nigeria never mature reach that level of a country where we say father go be the president and Peking go be the governor of a state. So now because of waiting very dark man talk, plenty of his supporters don't come out the verse for him. Then blast him and drag him and then talk plenty things inside the video. So I go play the video so that I go watch the video together. But before I play the video, if today na be the first time you visit our channel, make you like, make you share, and make you subscribe.
The truth be said, if Tinubu ready, Tinubu go make his son governor of Lagos State, whether anybody like him or not. Tinubu go make his son governor. I don't know why Lagosians they cry, they shout, say there's no vacancy for non-indigens in Lagos. Say now Lagosian now go rule Lagos. Say ever since this democracy since 1999. If I can remember, since 1999, say no Lagosian don't rule Lagos. Say no only I'm body nine rule Lagos for only 4 years before they push up body come out. Lagosians are the waste on time. Seyi Tinubu is a Yoruba man from Southwest. In Papa na Yoruba. Okay, so Seyi Tinubu must contest. Yes, since we not allow body roads, opportunity. When I say the guy, Mama na Igbo, in Papa na Yoruba, so no be full-blooded Lagosian, so he cannot go anywhere. Now they won't begin play the same card with Seyi Tinubu. Now don't forget who Tinubu be. What Tinubu cannot do politically does not exist. So now they waste time. Tinubu go take money, scatter everything. Tinubu go take money, scatter everything. Lagosians, make una not complain because you guys sold yourselves, sold your souls, sold your lands to an Osun man. Tinubu from Osun State won't collect Lagos. Tinubu is the longest serving governor in the world. Tinubu do your own 8 years. Do Fashola 8 years, that is 16 years. Do Ambode 4 years, that is 20 years. Don't do Somolu 8 years, 28 years. Tinubu has been the governor of Lagos State. Now they waste time. Now Tinubu don't get Lagos State. Lagos State belongs to Tinubu. When Tinubu sneeze, Lagos go catch cold. So you guys are wasting time. His son must rule over you. Okay, Tinubu is the Lord of Lagos. So the son must continue that legacy because Tinubu owns Lagos. You guys are Tinubu's slave. The son must rule over you guys. I not be APC supporter. I not be PDP supporter. I not be Labour supporter. But this time around, I will come Nigeria, come vote for Seyi Tinubu. Seyi Tinubu is the next governor of Lagos State, whether I like him or not. The father is the president. Him too go become governor. When Seyi don't finish, his son too go become governor. His own grandson too go become governor. It is Tinubu's dynasty that will rule Lagos. When I go learn the hard way. Next time, I'm gonna carry tribalism for head next time. I'm gonna carry tribalism. Seyi Tinubu is the next governor of Lagos State, like it or not. If he pay, I'm gonna go court.
Okay, very dark man VDM, you no try. Yes, you know why I talk say you no try? Make I ask you a simple question. How much Seyi Tinubu, how much him pay you? When we say he go make you they talk all those things. You when we say we they look up to. We they look up to us. See, we they look up to like senior for the industry where you be. How much did they really pay you when we say you could talk all this nonsense? Now, Papa be president. Pikin won't become governor. This thing not be family entitlement now. At least if he don't say anything, if he won't rule as the Lagos State governor, he will go at least make him father don't finish his own tenure. Understand? This thing not really legit. Are you self here with you? They talk how much did they really pay you where you go say your rights? VDM I go to say you be betrayer because the people where they fight for you they use their brain. They use them cash. They use their brain. They use them go viral. I be person beside they support you, but for anything you talk now about, I go need amendment. You go back. You go need to redo that video, make you defend your right, make you collect your right back because the way this thing they go like this, I don't say VDM, you go don't sell your rights. Now your rights you won't sell. If anybody know if he tell you, me personally, I will come outside, I will tell you because I know they fear. Understand? This thing where you talk how much Seyi Tinubu pay you. You know the Abuja here, you know they see the kind of lifestyle where Seyi Tinubu they live. In they go from club to club. Now so person where one become leader go they spend, go they live lavish lifestyle. Go to Continental Hotel Abuja here, come see the kind of lifestyle where this guy they live, and you want that kind of person to rule as a Lagos State governor. You know feel possible. So for what you talk, I don't support you for that one.
Good afternoon, Nigerians. Very dark man, we do respect. I love you very much, and I have been following you all this while. But you see this issue of this Seyi Tinubu, that you say it is qualified to be governor of Lagos State, that you can campaign for him. I am begging you to look into it. Because Tinubu did not do anything for Nigerians. From the very day that Tinubu came to power, he said fuel subsidy is gone. And we are suffering in this country. We are going through a lot. Eating alone in this country in a day is over 4,000 naira now. We cannot protest in this country as we speak. We are living like a slave. You cannot say anything on social media as it stands now. You cannot come out to say anything. There is no protest. Whether you are dying or you are doing anything, nothing, you cannot complain. And you are saying the son of that particular man that wanted to kill us in this country should come and be governor of Lagos State. Is it a family meeting? Is it a family walk? I don't understand. Very dark man, I would like you to look into that your decision. Because me, I can never participate to enslave Nigerians. Bringing these people into power, I know I cannot stop them. I know I cannot stop them. Because Tinubu has already told us during the election that he must win the election, and he won. I know I cannot stop them. But I cannot be part of the people that enslave Nigerians in this country. I can never do that. Tinubu did not do anything to us.
Very dark man, for some of us when they worship you online, before you join APC, I beg tell us. Who should be Seyi Tinubu will make a good governor for Lagos State? And you will even campaign for him. Oga, abeg, no try am. Don't disappoint right here. Like, bro, I had a personal encounter with Seyi Tinubu, right? If you eventually come out to 2027, I have a video I'll make available and post. That guy wicked past Ahmed Bola Tinubu, I'm telling you. Why can you say something like that? These recent youths that are so wicked. Did you see what Yabelo did to as the youngest governor in Kogi State? These guys are wicked as their father. It's even wicked more than their father. Don't try it, bro. Don't try it. Abba, no. Which opinion be that then gradually youth will begin to enter? You call that guy youth. You call him youth. Somebody's in prison. There's a lady he put in prison that insulted him. There's a lady that is still in prison. There's one obedient girl that is still in prison because he insulted Seyi Tinubu. VDM, don't say this now. I beg.
That Seyi Tinubu should be seen the way we are seeing it currently now, considering the fact that we never see President Buhari bring his son, although we had some stories about his, extravagance lifestyle. But this one, we are seeing Seyi Tinubu, the son of the president, moving from one place to another to the extent that his father tried to caution him in the past. But this time, we are seeing him everywhere. We saw him doing the swearing in of the Chief Justice of the Federation. Does it mean he's learning the trend to become Lagos State Governor at the end of the day? What's your view on that?
I can't really say much concerning that. Anything that has to do with, Nigeria, there's always a space for indiscipline, in it. Who is our president? Is it the father or the son? And definitely, what is the essence of his presence there? You are not a judge. You are not part of the Nigerian Bar Association. So what is your presence doing there? It's not that you are not the president that should be there or representing the president. You are not holding any political post or any appointment, or whatsoever. So, and it has been occurring, for a long time now, over the time that the father has been sworn in. If at all the father needs to be represented in any place, why should he? Is it the one supposed to represent his father? We have the vice president Shetima there. We have every other PA, the media man to the president and the likes of them. Those are the people that is expected to be in any occasion that the president is not able to attend. And what is the reason why the president won't even be available to attend any meeting here? It's always quick for the president to go to France, go to UK, where uninvited or invited, to travel along young miles, and then being in attendance in any gathering of which his presence is needed within the country. So let the guy or the boy or whatsoever, let him stay in his place. Tinubu is not the first president. So far, we've had several presidents, even during the military regime. We've never seen, or the first son, or one of the sons of our leaders, or our politicians rather. Because so far so good, they have not shown to us that they are a leader and not a politician. Everywhere. If the son of former President Buhari passed me by now, I'm very sure I will not know he's the one. For you to see that or any of his son, or any of Jonathan's, close member, or Obasanjo and the likes of them. But Obasanjo, they have a lot of sons. We didn't see them.
I will never see them. But he didn't breach any constitution, right?
So the thing is, this is not a traditional rule system that we are doing there, whereby you have the Oba and you be seeing the prince around. But in the era of the king and the likes of them, we did not used to see the son, the prince of the Obas around. At least we have Oni of Ife, he has a son. We have the Oba of Benin and the likes of them. When you see their son, we will recognize them. So this act of indiscipline, lawlessness and the likes of them, they need to put an end to it. And I'm hearing some people saying that maybe trying to work his way to be tomorrow you never can tell, the way they are falling in this country. He may come tomorrow and say that he was contesting for a political, seat, or saying he wants to contest for governor of any state. I don't know. So and all these things need to stop. Our people need to wake up and realize the earlier the better. We need to see the video of him with the youth leader of APC and the leader of Lagos State, and like, you know, from one place to another, you know, your tag himself is 001. You know, he's young, he's vibrant. We should be hearing some of the things that he's doing. We should be hearing some of these things as a youth, a young person like us. What has been his contribution so far so good in the country? You know, that's what we should be hearing. What are the industry he has been able to put together through his influence? You can see his age mate. He is the president of Senegal. That's his age mate. He's doing things. And you, that even though you are not the president or the governor, you have that absolute, you know, power, contribution, influence to put things together for the youth. Nigerian youth do not want you to give them bike. We provide motorcycle for them. You see your people that we say that what you are taking the bike from them. Why are they riding bike Okada in Soso area? You tag us with what? Started parading them, taking the ride and destroying them. The Nigerian youth did not say that what you empower them with Korokpe, you know, small buses. That is not what Nigerian. That is not going to help the economy. Because these motorcycles, these buses are not being manufactured in Nigeria. Some will say that, you know, motor and things like that. Hello, wake up. Is Nigerian producing steel? We have steel, but are we producer of steel? No, we are not. So when you bring the spare parts of vehicles and you're coupled,
first and foremost, VDM is a youth and has a large following. That is where I'm very concerned. He has a large following. VDM did not get his following by indulging in political matters. VDM, that video is a classical example of misdirection. It's a classical example of bestriding or clinging to both sides of the world. He has to present that narrative to suggest he's with the youth and also pretend he is against the ills of Nigeria, but then squeeze his objective in this mix, in these ingredients, in this recipe, to convince people like Ikechukwu Uba that he has a point. He has no point. As a matter of fact, I am very, very disappointed. I am a fan of VDM. I'll still say the last time I corrected VDM on his prank, which didn't go down well with me, I got a lot of backlash and lost about 2,000 followers. That is what is even making me become more afraid of VDM, because if somebody can have that type of followership and his followers can't see anything wrong he does, then such a person has very, very dangerous nuisance value. For those who don't sabi English, may not also get nuisance value, come to say a bad thing. To have a nuisance value means say na good thing or bad. He said that Seyi Tinubu's candidacy or candidature for Lagos state government is being tested. They are throwing the argument out there to see the reaction of the public, just as his father did with the Muslim ticket. And although he said he didn't like it, which is not supposed to be, you can see the misdirection. Look, a classical act of misdirection is putting what you feel or what you believe in front of you. Then behind it, I squeeze an agenda. That is misdirection. That is misdirection. Now, he said that if Sheibu comes out as governor, he swears to God. He swore to God that he's going to campaign for Seyi Tinubu. Now, if I'm a politician of Seyi Tinubu's pedigree, with a father as president, with all the money at my disposal, I would definitely buy into that welcome, that invitation from Very Dark Man. And the reason Very Dark Man put forward for going to support Seyi Tinubu is because of the father style. The father, that's Tinubu himself, is the type that plants people 10 years, 12 years, so that later he can have people that are indebted to him. And then these people will in the future be loyal to him because they're indebted to him. Are you kidding me? That is a youth thinking this way. That is a youth already falling in love with politics of misdeed, politics of I know you, you know me, politics of... See, my greatest concern is that our today's youth are seeing politics as a game of who succeeds in criminality. Look, VDM may not be as intelligent as he thinks he is. That video is just a classical example of doing the bidding of somebody playing the strings behind. Somebody trying to tap on the popularity or trying to tap in the popularity of VDM. Now, don't get me wrong. VDM is a young man, and we can call him to order. That a person in the class of Tinubu will begin to admire the political tactics of Tinubu, who we all know said that politics is not served a la carte. You have to grab it, you have to snatch it, and you have to run away with it. A man who deceived Nigerians by gowning, by wearing priesthood adornment to mechanics, to pose as Catholic priests, bishops, to attend his inauguration. A youth who is supposed to stand out and condemn where we are now is telling you that he has taken a deep admiration to the likes of Tinubu. I know his supporters will come after me. I was once his supporter, but recently I am checking my support. I must be very I must confess. It's okay that you are pursuing people's problems and solving problems. I came out gun blazing when the Falanas attacked VDM. I know I got a lot of thanks from people who saw me stood for him. I stood for him with his case with Bobrisky. But you see, recently, I think my young friend is veering off. My young friend is veering off. I take an exception to somebody who will use his platform to convince youths to begin to see the brand of politics of Tinubu as something to be admired. It is alleged, underline the word alleged, recently, that your president is alleged. I've emphasized the alleged. I've emphasized the alleged like 50 times now. It is alleged that your president is the third most corrupt leader in the world. You didn't make a video about it. VDM didn't make a video about it at all. And now you are saying that you admire. First you condemn. You see, this is a classical act of misdirection. Very mischievous one at that. You first condemn him, then you praise him. First condemn him, subtly condemn him, then you praise him. That he brought the Muslim ticket, which is not supposed to be. But you are buying because Tinubu is someone that plans people ahead of time, 10 years, 12 years, so that in the future, that means Tinubu now cannot stand in the face of unbiased determination. That means if we are going to vote now, whether Tinubu is a bad leader or a good leader, because he has planted people that are in judiciary, that are in INEC, these people will ensure that they work for him to see that the true result of a vote will not appear. And here is a young man whose future has been, I didn't mean his future, here is a young man who knows the futures of the youths of Nigeria have been destroyed, making a case for those destroying Nigeria. Ask VDM just 2 years ago, how much is he buying fuel? Of course, you say that because they removed subsidy, fuel price must increase. Now, who told you that the percentage or the resultant effect of subsidy removal is equal to about 1,000 naira, or let's say 800 naira, that we are currently paying as excess on fuel? Who told you that the resultant increase in a kilo of meat should not be 6,000 naira as compared to 1,005, which we were buying it before? Do you know that a ball of onion, there's no ball of onion for 100 naira now? Onion that in this Jos, thank God he grew up in Jos, he knows Jos very well. We in Jos here, onions is like, if I go to send my boy to meet me shy to fry me, I like onion, I love onions. I love onions a lot. If I tell my boy to go to Meshai to fry me egg, I usually take one onion from the house and give it, because I tell them to slice a lot of onions in the egg. I love onions, especially fried onions. I love it so much. But now, anytime I want to pick onion, my wife, they fight me. No touch my onion, no touch my onion. 1,000 naira onions is just a few balls, maybe 3 or 4 balls. 1,000 naira onions before they fill under my table where they put gas. Under the onions, they plenty. Are you honestly telling that VDM does not see that our hospitals? Have you been to the hospital lately? Thank God he's into humanitarian work. Has he not been to our hospital lately and seen that our hospitals are crashing? Has he not been to schools recently and seen that the level of education is very, very bad? Have you not been to public school lately and seen that our schools are bad? Thank God VDM is from Edo State. Have you not been to Edo State? Anything from Auchi to Edo State? In fact, Edo State has the worst road. Nigeria, the supposed giant of Africa, have no road. And here, you are making a case that old people, look, leadership has nothing to do with old age, young age. This leadership has more to do with sincerity. If you are 100 years and you are sincere, the country will be good. Yaradua was an old man, but he was sincere. And we tasted growth in the 2 years of his power. Was Yaradua a young man? No, he was an old man, yet he had a record of being a good leader. Yaya Bello is a young man. He was the governor of Kogi State. He has done nothing in Kogi State, and yet he's accused, allegedly, of stealing 80 billion naira. You are not talking about that. What has age got to do with political excellence? Look, let me tell you, VDM, to be very, very candid, that video, you fall my hand. If you like, make your followers attack me again. I won't stop saying it. That video, it is either you are paid or you are seeking relevance from Seyi Tinubu. Of course, if Seyi Tinubu is going to employ you, we'll be talking in the hundreds of millions. That you swear to God they are going to campaign for Seyi Tinubu. The Tinubu family, Tinubu was governor of Lagos State, and Lagos State as it is more or less like a property or it's an estate of Tinubu. So you want his child now to become the governor. And in fact, it's a pity. I feel very pained though that I'm making this video because I know I will lose followers. It's okay. Because if I don't say this, I will be one of the biggest hypocrites. I am an old man. I am old enough to be VDM's father, but I am very particular because such a man who controls a large page and consequently controlling a large public opinion will fall into the victims of this politics, of these politicians. How can we have a president? How can we have somebody as president and then his son as governor? I know somebody made an example of George Bush, who was president and his son was governor. Look, our society has not evolved to that extent where we can have that. Already we know that the governor of Lagos State is a stooge of the president. Already the governor of Lagos State is a stooge of the president. Imagine if we now have the son as governor of Lagos State with the highest revenue generating capacity in Nigeria and one of the key states that holds election results in Nigeria. We are all done for. You see, I feel very sad. I feel very sad trying to reach the youths. I wish I was as young as these people. It would then be easy for me to reach them. You know, I told people that VDMs should reach me. And some people thought I was trying to use VDM to gain clout. No, I was trying to get him to my side and furnish him with some, maturity, because eventually the weight of VDM's popularity it's easy to gain popularity on the internet. It's also very easy to crash. It's very easy to crash. Now, this politics that VDM is stylishly going to, VDM knows exactly the tastes, it knows the feelings of Nigeria with this government. And VDM again was one of those. I remember a lot of you don't know how VDM came into the internet. VDM was once an obedient. VDM started on this internet from being obedient. These issues of stumbling on people's problem and solving them just came in after being an obedient. And I know a lot of them who were always, once they put on their camera, it's about obedient. It's about obedient. Where are they now? Where are all of you? All of you use this man just to gain popularity, and you left him. Some of you used Peter Obi to become House of Rep member. You went to the House and you dumped him. Some of you used Peter Obi to become Senate. You got into the Senate and dumped him. Only the governor, Alex Oti, that I've seen has not dumped Peter Obi. Even the Labour Party that Peter Obi used, even the Labour Party that used Peter Obi to gain party relevance, are suddenly proving that they are better than Peter Obi. Everybody, that's not fair. It's not fair. It's not fair. You can't use somebody to climb up there. You get me? And then you dump him. You don't. When you stick with somebody, you stick with that person, and that's what is wrong with our political parties. Once you are in PDP and APC is winning, because you know that PDP is not in power, you cross carpet. How do you call them? You swap. What was the word they use? Is it swap? You change parties. If tomorrow PDP comes to power, you see people from APC coming. You don't. Yeah. So VDM, I still insist. Your meeting me is not to ask you for money. Not me say if you don't give money, I don't go take you. But it's not to ask you for money. You see, you are digging yourself into troubled waters. You are dipping yourself into. They know that the only Atiku is not a competition in 2027. Atiku is not a competition at all. The real threat to APC is Peter Obi. And they want Peter Obi to just make one false move and they'll pick him. That was why they used, what's that guy's name? Felix Moka, to test the waters. And they saw that we thought we have destroyed this obedient movement, not knowing that obedient movement are just there. Being a right leader has nothing to do with age. It has more to do with conviction. So anybody who comes to a social media platform and say, we need the youths. These youths that are more corrupt than the old ones. Do you know that the youths are more corrupt than the old ones? The youths that we collect 4,000 naira to sell their future away is we want to make leaders. It has to do more with conviction. It has to do more with orientation. It has to do more with the person. It has not to do with age. I repeated a story here that somebody sent me. This guy, he was saying that somebody sent him 1 million. Somebody sent me 2 million. Somebody sent me 20 million naira in cash. Not 20 million naira. I saw 2 occasions in Adamawa State. I think I've told that story countless times. For me to switch campaign from Peter Obi to PDP for Atiku. And what I'm doing in the north, I should go to the south and do it. Under the table where we are sitting and drinking in Numan local government, 20 million in Ghana must go up there. All I need to do is say, okay, I agree. We'll take the money to the bank, put it in my account and sign an agreement. That's all. There and there, 20 million. But I was driven by my conscience. I was driven by my principle. It has nothing to do with my age. It is something that is already sown in me. It is something I already grew up with. So it doesn't mean that at the age of 16, at the age of 18, if they give me that 20 million, I will not run with it. It's only when I'm old. It has nothing to do with age. It has to do more with, it has everything to do with orientation. Somebody also sent me money into my bank account for me to do this campaign for Peter Obi. If I wanted, I could be like this guy in Kwara State, Shola Carpenter. He was just selling optics. He will be posting posters. They'll be videoing him. Say, this guy is working. Meanwhile, he was not doing anything. He was not affecting and infecting Kwara State at all. In fact, the only real campaign that Kwara State saw was when we got to Kwara State and we started campaigning on the street. And he was being very docile because he was afraid to show his body. And after the Peter Obi, after the swearing in of this thing, are you hearing of Shola Carpenter again? Are you hearing of Shola Carpenter? So, it is very wrong that the youths who identified, the youths who identified with the failing country and had the desire to change it, and consequently labeled themselves obedient. Because one of the driving forces of the obedient is that they wanted a new Nigeria, devoid of corruption. So if you were once an obedient and was driven by this agenda, there should be no way you should be coming up and be saying anything good about the people you were campaigning against during the obedient era. Saying that somebody, can you imagine that? That you love him because he's that type of politician. You even call him grandmaster. You even use the word in that video referring to Tinubu as grandmaster. Because you will plant people that you need them in 12 years time. So what you are saying that Tinubu now has loyalists that are indebted to him, that he has planted. Therefore, if he's doing bad and there is a need to impeach him, for instance, it's not possible because he has people that he has planted. If he engages an election where he needs to go through a free and fair election, that's not going to be possible because he has people he has planted. Look, my young man, you have to be very careful. If you are not versatile in this sphere, in this political game, in this political circle, you should just lay off that side. Like people have been coming to my page telling me that I should lay off things of the spiritual, things of church. If you are going to support Tinubu, let it be from a place of conviction. But if it is because you hate Peter Obi, then your support for Tinubu is biased. If your support for Tinubu is because you hate Igbos, then your support for Tinubu is biased. For me, I have, like this guy, Adeyemi Dairo, I have Yorubas that listen to me and yet send me money. Yorubas on this platform, they listen to me and they send me money because they say what I'm saying is the truth. I have Igbos, after listening to me, they still send me money. I have Hausas that listen to me, condemn Hausa, yeah, they still send me money. Because I only emphasize on the aspects that destroys tomorrow. It's very important. See, if I was telling lies, this page would have grown. This page would not grow well. But the reason why my page is not growing is because the truth is bitter. Nobody will tune in to swallow bitter pills. Senior King James, this idea, you still don't understand Nigerian politics. You say, be more aggressive. How? I just told you that APC is looking for a way to pick Peter Obi and lock him up and throw the key away. What Peter Obi do? Peter Obi is not Goodluck Jonathan. Peter Obi is not Jonathan. Peter Obi is smarter. Peter Obi is one that anything he does now, they were associating with Biafra. They are associating with IPOB. They will give him that tribal enclave. What do you want to aggressive for what? I just told you that the man is working underground, even more aggressive than you think. He's not a loud mouth that you come. He's not that type of person. He's working underground very, very hard. In case you didn't know, you didn't see the picture between him and Atiku. The only thing I said there, if Peter Obi agrees to be vice president to anybody, I will campaign against that party that Peter Obi became vice to. So for me, that video of VDM saying that he will campaign for Seyi Tinubu, well, it's his choice. It is his inalienable right to choose whoever he wants. But the reasons he adduced for his choice is alarmingly flawed. Because the youths, it's flawed. That's very, very flawed. It's very, very, very flawed. And for a youth with large following that can influence public opinion is terrible. It's terrible. For me, I am an obedient, and I will always look out for narratives that will bring up. When I first had my page, Obidati Online Campaign TV, my purpose was any narrative that is aimed to bring Peter Obi down, I will attack. Me, I'm not an Igbo man, but I worked for Peter Obi more than any Igbo blogger. I don't think there's any blogger online that worked for me, and I never did it to seek. Even till today, me and Peter Obi, we've never met eyeball to eyeball. I don't think anybody worked as hard as I did. So if I was doing it for money, I would have done small, rush to Peter Obi, straight at the door, give money. No. Because I really believed that if Peter Obi would have become the president, things would have changed by now. Of course, the fuel price would have increased, but not to this extent. So, That's about it. Let me not say too much. VDM, you can support. If you're an APC member, come out and say that you're APC. If you want to condemn APC, come out full throttle and say you are condemning APC. Don't be, you are bestriding. That means one leg here, one leg there. You first praise them, or this is your style. You first praise them, then you condemn. Or you first condemn, then you praise. Where are you? Are you an obedient or not? Let's know. So that in the next wave, because as soon as campaign start, a lot of blogs will come up again, say they are obedient blogs. In the next wave, the blogs will shoot up that we are all obedient. So say it now, sir. When next you come up to say you're obedient, we know that you're a hypocrite. We know that yes, you are not obedient. But if you say you're unobedient now, then stop. Remove anything from APC.
Let's talk about the ambition or the rumor that has been making rounds about the Seyi Tinubu's aspiration to become the governor of Lagos State come the 2027 election. We want to know the truth in the matter, because people will always say for every rumor, there's an atom of truth. First, we want to clarify, how true is this rumor? How true is it, sir?
Like you said, it is a rumor.
Yeah.
And my first introduction, I introduced myself as the president of Southern Youth Movement for Good Governance. We, the youth of Southern states, we have come together and to think of how we can develop ourselves. Since we are the state that have been feeding the nation, we need to develop ourselves for Nigeria to be in the good picture. In that perspective, we agree that youths should be part of governance. Yeah. And in line with that processes, we now go around all the Southern states to look for eligible youth with pedigrees to aspire for positions that are authority making. And that's, we call on Seyi Tinubu. Seyi Tinubu, as it stands today, has not even agreed to contest the governorship position in Lagos State. But the youth have said you must contest.
Of the southern part.
Of the southern parts. And we calling on him to contest is not because he's the son of the president.
Okay.
If you are not close to someone, you make findings. And if you make your findings today, it's a credible person.
Okay.
And most of people does not know the part that is even a lawyer. See, Seyi Tinubu started his education from Nigeria. From there, he moved to UK, got his BSc in business, and went to the US, studied degrees, and come back. Go to the law school, and he's a lawyer today. Academically, is qualified.
Okay.
Experience is qualified. You know, the constitution of this country specify that if you want to be a governor of a state, there must age that you must have attained 35 years. By age-wisely is qualified. All constitutional requirement, he has it.
Okay.
So he's qualified to be the governor of Lagos State. And those who are condemning it, they still have entitled to their view. Those who are in support of it, still entitled to their view.
So, sir, are you confirming this rumor to be true?
I have said it before and I'm still saying it. The Southern youth are compelling Seyi to contest.
Okay. So naturally,
does that really even have any impact on him being the governor of Lagos State? If you're compelling him from the south, is that like any impact on him? Is it going to make any difference?
Will it make any difference?
Because he's a governor of a particular state, not even a particular region.
It will make a lot of difference. The problem of Nigeria is that they are failing digitally.
Okay, you mean digital age?
Nigeria today, all the system are just analog processes.
Okay.
Now, if you want the development of Nigeria, and as I'm here, why I'm not speaking for the entirety of Nigeria is because of the position of the certain movement that I'm calling.
Yes.
If you want the development of certain states, digitally, it's a digital thinking.
Yes, sir.
And Seyi Tinubu is a digital person. He has a digital experience. And everybody that has been a governor of Lagos State, all what they have been busy doing is just to put everything within the Lagos. And today you can say that Lagos is very shocked. It will only take people with digital mindset to expand Lagos.
To make it broad.
So that is why we are calling him that you have the capacity to make Lagos State broad for everybody. It's a commercial city. If you like it or not, everybody, Lagos is no man land.
Yes.
Our businesses are there, but President Lagos is too shocked. If you give this governorship to a analog person for the next 8 years, Lagos will be worse. It will worse. So we are calling him to expand Lagos. when he comes, we will expand Lagos, and the impact all of us will feel. Anything that happened to Lagos have happened to the whole of the country, because it's the heart of the commerce in Nigeria.